Good morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update, so if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we will go straight over to the charts. So yeah, as you can see, Bitcoin is holding up in this area. It obviously looks a little bit like a bear flag, but we obviously have to look at it in the overall context of this range that we've been playing in. It's clearly not unreasonable for expectors to trade sideways and then back up to the top of the range, because we are in a range, we are in this range until we're not basically. So yeah, like I said, obviously breaking back below 9,500 would trigger a move pretty much to the bottom of the range, which we didn't quite make. We did get front ran, and I obviously would look at that as bullish. Clearly look at that as bullish, that we got bought up beforehand. Also, we have this descending broadening wedge that we break out from. Obviously we're back inside it now, but we haven't as of yet made a move to the bottom side or even fully hit the 11k. So these are potentially bullish signs for me, that we're basically getting held here, and there is interest at this level to buy us up. Also, I would say that we had this 4-hour 9 come in. Obviously it was here. This was a 9 candle, and you can see we had a bit of a rally off it. We're there or thereabouts on obviously this candle run now, the 4-hour candle we've got now, which we just started. But yeah, I mean, I could see this getting back up. I mean, I think we have to at least, even if we are going to be bearish, at least test this 11,500 area, maybe have some wicks into here, even if we fail at that level and come back down. But I don't think the most likely scenario is we just come straight down from here. Obviously I could be wrong, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I think a lot of it again will depend on the dollar. Dollar has had a 4-hour 9 also, that it didn't really react from. Tried to push up a bit more, but again it's finding a little bit of weakness here. We'll have a look at it, see how it looks on the daily. On the daily, I mean, you can see we have sort of got a trend line here that we're at. So will we get rejected here for further downside? It's clearly a potential scenario, and that obviously clearly will be good for Bitcoin. Are we in fact also, if I extend this over, are we forming a descending triangle? Is this what is happening? A descending triangle on the lows. Obviously us guys involved in Bitcoin will know all about them, all about those. We know all about those, obviously with our 6k base descending triangle. But yeah, so I mean, we're gonna know pretty much today. Well, I say today and tomorrow, whether we break back above, hold above, and then trade above tomorrow. We'll know within that time, and also know if we don't and we get rejected back down. So yeah, I mean, this is very important. This whole move down from 12k, whilst obviously Bitcoin is in a range anyway between 11 and 12k, the dollar is in a sort of a range here, a holding pattern on its lows, and this move up clearly from here to here, which is on the dollar index a move of nearly 1.5%. And let me just clarify for you guys, that is quite a big move for a currency pair. Not this is a currency, well, it is a currency pair, it's a dollar against a basket of currencies, but yeah, that is a big move. So that clearly is able to do what it has done to Bitcoin. It has pinned gold and silver down a little bit also. Silver did get black below 27, but 28 is the key level for me for silver. If we start holding above 28, then we do I think we'll just push on from there. Stock futures, there or thereabouts, round about yesterday's highs, trading still. Oil is getting hit a bit here. Oil's getting hit. Actually down $3 over the last trading day and a half, that's quite a big move for oil as well, especially when oil is a buy. Yeah, so that is something to look at. But part of that again will be the dollar, but only part of that. There's obviously been some, not that I'm keeping too much of a track on the oil markets at the moment. There obviously would have been some builds and inventories somewhere. So yeah, that's what have happened there. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, let's have a look at those momentum indicators, which are clearly going to be, well, resetting to the downside. 4 hour looking like it could have a nice turn back up. And that would be good to hopefully try and pump us through that 11,500. 11,500 I feel is going to get tested, and then it's a case, do we break or do we come down? Do we come down from there? But well, my bias is only based on what happens with the dollar. If the dollar comes down from here, then we will break 11,500. If the dollar breaks up and comes up here, then I mean we could potentially be coming to take out that 11,500 and taking out the 11,000 and potentially testing that 10,600. So don't particularly want to see that scenario play out. 10-hour Stoch's coming back down again, 12-hour Stoch's coming back down again. So if price can hang about where it is whilst these reset, then obviously that will be a reset. So that obviously would be ideal for us. Daily, well, daily turning back down a bit, but again, if we do hold where we are, move up to 11,500, this will come back up again and start to look better. And then clearly this weekly is not what we want to see on the weekly, guys. But hey, it can basically, we can play out basically some high reads on this, even though we do currently turn down at the moment. I mean, if we get back up a bit in price action, we can start making moves higher up in this, and it may not be so bad. It was when this was coming all the way down like this, I was particularly worried about what could happen and where it would stop and where Bitcoin price could potentially go down to. At the moment, it needs to properly start to come down, which isn't at the moment. So I'm not as worried about this at the moment as I potentially maybe if that just started to come down, which will coincide with price action breaking 11k and getting down to this zone. So yeah, that is it. Really quick roundup this morning. Not really much else to say. It is a game of the dollar today. It's a game of the dollar index. Is it going to come down? If it does come down, this will be very mature in this formation and be looking to potentially break. We'll have a look at a potential projected move here. Let's just draw the line in. Oh, it's a bit wonky. We don't matter because we're moving it. And then move it down to here. And yeah, take us down to about 90s. We'll put an arrow on this one. Yeah, take us down to about 90s. So that will not be that good for the dollar, but will be good for all of us, hopefully. Yeah, that's it, guys. So remember, this is not a financial advice. We're not a financial advisor. Go to the website, which is here, and sign up to the mailing list if you haven't already. You won't get any confirmation email yet. We're just sorting that bit out of it. We're just obviously it's early days. We've only recently set all this stuff up, so we will be getting obviously confirmation emails out when you've signed up, and then we will be getting newsletters out. But just bear with us with that one, guys. Bear with us. So right, thanks for listening, guys. Again, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.